días a todos. Hoy es un día importante. Nos encontramos en la inauguración de nuestra primera oficina de soporte legal aquí en Vietnam, la ciudad de Ho Chi Minh.
Tôi rất vinh dự để trở thành người đứng đầu của công ty Questra World tại đất nước này. Với nhiều năm kinh nghiệm và đội ngũ chuyên nghiệp bao gồm các chuyên gia tốt nhất từ khắp Việt Nam, trong thời gian tới sẽ trở thành những nhà lãnh đạo trên thị trường châu Á.
Hello, chào mừng đến văn phòng Questra World Việt Nam. Bạn có câu hỏi gì cho chúng tôi không?
Khai trương văn phòng đại diện tại Việt Nam là một bước rất quan trọng. Chúng tôi đã thực hiện trong 3 tháng và hôm nay là một ngày thật tuyệt vời cho tất cả các đối tác của chúng tôi.
Quiero decir, más allá de felicitar a toda la comunidad vietnamita, a todos los agentes y directores y, por supuesto, clientes de Questra World aquí en Vietnam y en toda la parte asiática.
For us, it's a very big honor to become a part of big family like at Questra World.
Cảm ơn bạn đã gọi đến đây. Hẹn gặp lại bạn ở văn phòng theo lịch hẹn.
Y hasta muy pronto, que nos veremos en la nueva apertura de la oficina de Ginebra y Singapur. Gracias, buenos días.
Сегодня 500 человек. Добро пожаловать на первую конференцию Questra World в Кыргызстане.
Señoras y señores, muy buenos días. Hoy es un día especial, puesto que por primera vez celebramos un acontecimiento importante de nuestra compañía de Questra World en este país.
Мы вообще очень счастливы, все кыргызстанцы, что компания номер 1 в мире пришла к нам в нашу страну.
Она дает возможность заработать деньги, плюс подняться по карьерной лестнице.
Давайте похлопаем еще раз, похлопаем себе за то, что вы сегодня здесь.
С появлением Questra моя жизнь круто изменилась. Передо мной открылись большие возможности, и я уверена в своем будущем.
Muy buenos días, señoras y señores. Jueves, día 15 de junio, nos encontramos en Dubái, inaugurando nuestra primera oficina en esta ciudad.
For me, it's a great honor to be a director of Questra World office in Dubai. Here, we gather the best specialists in the field of marketing and management. And we are ready to work with our clients and provide them all information about our company, Questra World.
cumpliendo nuestras promesas, desarrollándonos y seguimos creciendo por y para ustedes. Muchas gracias por su atención. Muy buenos días. Hasta pronto.
Yo Sam, ni hao, 안녕하세요.
이 세미나를 듣고 정말 제가 그 미래를 꿈꾸던 그리고 제가 상상했던 그런 회사란 것을 알았고요.
Well, I would say it's beyond good, better, best. It's an excellent event. What do you expect? We're in the most expensive city, Hong Kong.
And the thing is, those are not things that we are born with. Those are things that we can choose. We can choose to have a good attitude in life. That is a choice. It's not something we are born with. So we have a lot of choice.
I'm having a wonderful time, fabulous time. Thank you very much to Questra and to, of course, to Adam.
불을 누릴 수 있는 그런 희망의 퀘스트라가 되기를 간절히 바랍니다. 감사합니다.
Leadership from Questra World in London. I'd like to invite you to give ourselves a round of applause, if not a stormy ovation. Yes!
Veo mucha gente elegante, gente, señoras y señores muy bien ataviados. Thank you very much for to be here. It's a pleasure for me. Today we have people from different countries. Let me tell you, you are more than welcome.
Speak in front of people. I couldn't have dreamt of doing this 10, 12 years ago. The imaginary bars, these walls around them that don't exist. I can't do this and I can't do that. Is there anybody in this hall, in this room, with an I can attitude? Have we got an I can attitude? Oh, there's a few of you. There's a few of you. Come on.
It's amazing. It's mind-blowing.
The training we had was absolutely fantastic. It's going to help us in a very long way.
We're really blessed to be here. And I'm very, very happy where I am right now, and I think the future is bright for all of us.
Muy buenos días a todos. Hoy es un día importante. Nos encontramos en la inauguración de nuestra primera oficina de soporte legal aquí en Vietnam, la ciudad de Ho Chi Minh.
Tôi rất vinh dự để trở thành người đứng đầu của công ty Questra World tại đất nước này. Với nhiều năm kinh nghiệm và đội ngũ chuyên nghiệp bao gồm các chuyên gia tốt nhất từ khắp Việt Nam, trong thời gian tới sẽ trở thành những nhà lãnh đạo trên thị trường châu Á. Hello, chào mừng đến văn phòng Questra World Việt Nam. Bạn có câu hỏi gì cho chúng tôi không?
Khai trương văn phòng đại diện tại Việt Nam là một bước rất quan trọng. Chúng tôi đã thực hiện trong 3 tháng và hôm nay là một ngày thật tuyệt vời cho tất cả các đối tác của chúng tôi.
Quiero decir, más allá de felicitar a toda la comunidad vietnamita, a todos los agentes y directores y, por supuesto, clientes de Questra World aquí en Vietnam y en toda la parte asiática.
For us, it's a very big honor to become a part of big family life at Questra World.
Cảm ơn bạn đã gọi đến đây. Hẹn gặp lại bạn ở văn phòng theo lịch hẹn.
Y hasta muy pronto, que nos veremos en la nueva apertura de la oficina de Ginebra y Singapur. Gracias, buenos días.
Сегодня 500 человек. Добро пожаловать на первую конференцию Questra World в Кыргызстане.
Señoras y señores, muy buenos días. Hoy es un día especial, puesto que por primera vez celebramos un acontecimiento importante de nuestra compañía de Questra World en este país.
Мы вообще очень счастливы, все кыргызстанцы, что компания номер 1 в мире пришла к нам в нашу страну.
Она дает возможность заработать деньги, плюс подняться по карьерной лестнице.
Давайте похлопаем еще раз. Похлопаем себе за то, что вы сегодня здесь.
С появлением Questra моя жизнь круто изменилась. Передо мной открылись большие возможности, и я уверена в своем будущем.
Muy buenos días, señoras y señores. Jueves, día 15 de junio, nos encontramos en Dubái, inaugurando nuestra primera oficina en esta ciudad.
For me, it's a great honor to be a director of Questra World office in Dubai. Here, we gather the best specialists in the field of marketing and management. And we are ready to work with our clients and provide them all information about our company, Questra World.
cumpliendo nuestras promesas, desarrollándonos y seguimos creciendo por y para ustedes. Muchas gracias por su atención. Muy buenos días. Hasta pronto.
Yo Sam, ni hao, 안녕하세요.
이 세미나를 듣고 정말 제가 그 미래를 꿈꾸던 그리고 제가 상상했던 그런 회사란 것을 알았고요.
Well, I would say it's beyond good, better, best. It's an excellent event. What do you expect? We are in the most expensive city, Hong Kong.
And the thing is, those are not things that we are born with. Those are things that we can choose. We can choose to have a good attitude in life. That is a choice. It's not something we are born with. So we have a lot of choice.
I'm having a wonderful time, fabulous time. Thank you very much to Questra and of course to our government.
부를 누릴 수 있는 그런 희망의 퀘스트라가 되기를 간절히 바랍니다. 감사합니다.
From Questra World in London. I'd like to invite you to give ourselves a round of applause, if not a stormy ovation. Yes!
Veo mucha gente elegante, gente, señoras y señores muy bien ataviados. Thank you very much for to be here. It's a pleasure for me. Today we have people from different countries. Let me tell you, you are more than welcome.
Speak in front of people. I couldn't have dreamt of doing this 10, 12 years ago. The imaginary bars, these walls around them that don't exist. I can't do this and I can't do that. Is there anybody in this hall, in this room, with an I can attitude? Have we got an I can attitude? Oh, there's a few of you. There's a few of you. Come on.
It's amazing. It's mind-blowing.
The training we had was absolutely fantastic. It's going to help us in a very long way.
We're really blessed to be here, and I'm very, very happy where I am right now, and I think the future is bright for all of us.
buenos días a todos. Hoy es un día importante. Nos encontramos en la inauguración de nuestra primera oficina de soporte legal aquí en Vietnam, la ciudad de Ho Chi Minh.
Tôi rất vinh dự để trở thành người đứng đầu của công ty Questra World tại đất nước này. Với nhiều năm kinh nghiệm và đội ngũ chuyên nghiệp bao gồm các chuyên gia tốt nhất từ khắp Việt Nam, trong thời gian tới sẽ trở thành những nhà lãnh đạo trên thị trường châu Á.
Hello, chào mừng đến văn phòng Questra World Việt Nam. Bạn có câu hỏi gì cho chúng tôi không?
Khai trương văn phòng đại diện tại Việt Nam là một bước rất quan trọng. Chúng tôi đã thực hiện trong 3 tháng và hôm nay là một ngày thật tuyệt vời cho tất cả các đối tác của chúng tôi.
Que decir, más allá de felicitar a toda la comunidad vietnamita, a todos los agentes y directores y, por supuesto, clientes de Questra World aquí en Vietnam y en toda la parte asiática.
For us, it's a very big honor to become a part of big family like at Questra World.
Cảm ơn bạn đã gọi đến đây. Hẹn gặp lại bạn ở văn phòng theo lịch hẹn.
Y hasta muy pronto, que nos veremos en la nueva apertura de la oficina de Ginebra y Singapur. Gracias, buenos días.
Нас сегодня 500 человек. Добро пожаловать на первую конференцию Questra World в Кыргызстане.
Señoras y señores, muy buenos días. Hoy es un día especial, puesto que por primera vez celebramos un acontecimiento importante de nuestra compañía de Questra World en este país.
Мы вообще очень счастливы, все кыргызстанцы, что компания номер 1 в мире пришла к нам в нашу страну.
Она дает возможность заработать деньги, плюс подняться по карьерной лестнице.
Давайте похлопаем еще раз. Похлопаем себе за то, что вы сегодня здесь.
С появлением Questra моя жизнь круто изменилась. Передо мной открылись большие возможности, и я уверена в своем будущем.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, agents, clients of Questra World Global, once again, we have the opportunity of meeting in this new format. As you know, we launched it more or less a month ago. And once again, as I was saying, we are here live with you from the Palace Hotel in Madrid. Today, we are going to look at the current situation of the company, some news that we have received, very good for everyone, but especially we are going to start with those who have counseling centers in Russia and Turkey. In Istanbul and Moscow, we started a few days ago to sign contracts in these offices, in our representative offices in Istanbul and Moscow. These consulting centers have signed an official contract with the company, so they will have full legal protection whenever necessary, whenever needed, so that any agent, director, or client is covered in the jurisdiction of these countries. All the offices in Russia and all the offices in Turkey will have a permission for the Questra World trademark and also for the organization of promotional events. We also have new permissions for the use of the Questra World trademark based on an authorization, a letter that will simplify the agent's work, and they will be able to undertake a full development of their activities and consulting services. All the agents who wish to sign an agreement with the representative office in the country have to contact the company's support service, client service, or directly with our office, and we will inform those people with the necessary information. As you know, many of you, maybe not all, this is why we are here, to be able to talk about the most recent events. We had recently the opening of the Questra World office in Dubai. We opened this office in the United Arab Emirates, as you saw during the video. Another representative office, the first one in the Asian market, is the office of Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. It was officially opened on the 28th of June. This event was significant. All our partners in Asia will be able to access this office to be able to receive more information on the company, and also to be able to improve training and professional development. And later on, we will sign contracts between Questra World and the consulting centers of Vietnam. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, our offices are working actively, and we are receiving many clients in these offices. I would like to take this opportunity to establish a live connection with each one of these offices so that we can see this morning how things work in these offices. This is a new format, as you can see, and I would like the directors of these offices to have the opportunity to talk about the situation at their office and the results of their work in the framework of Questra World work. You all know our office in Madrid. I've just come from that office. and we've had hundreds or maybe thousands of partners and directors who have already visited these offices in Madrid. So if this is okay with you, we will now, in a few seconds, if technology allows us, hopefully yes, I think the production team is giving me the go-ahead, we will establish live connections. We will start with a first connection live with our office in Turkey, in Istanbul. So please, production team, I will now be able to greet Bayram. Good morning, Bayram.
Alo, merhabalar İstanbul'dan hepinize merhabalar.
Hi, my name is Bayram. Hello to everyone from Istanbul.
Bugün İstanbul'da ben sizlere İstanbul'u göstereceğim.
I want to show to everybody how
Si me permite.
Yes, if you allow me, Bayram, just a moment. I would like to ask you how things are going in Turkey.
Destek alabilirsiniz siz buradaki artık.
Now you can get little support in our office.
Şimdi ben size ofisi gezdireceğim. Kısaca bir ofisle daha yakından tanıştırayım.
Pues muchas gracias por
mostrarnos
la realidad de la oficina.
Burası toplantı salonu.
This is our conference.
Efectivamente, maravillosas oficinas que tuve la oportunidad.
Wonderful offices that I was honored enough to visit personally.
Muy bien, Bayram, solo me queda darte las gracias.
Thank you, Bayram. It's great to be able to connect live with you. Greetings to everyone in Istanbul, to all the people there working. Greetings from Madrid. And hopefully we
Evet, burası
will have the
ofisimiz şu an burası.
to
Bu tarafta
see each
menajerler
other face to
çalışıyor.
face very soon.
Excelente, Bayram. Ahora, si el equipo de producción.
Excellent, Bayram. So if the production team gives me the go-ahead, we will now greet the offices in Moscow. So, if possible, maybe we can connect to Kremlin. This is a joke, of course. I would like to greet our colleague, the head of the representative office there in Moscow, Vladimir. Good morning, good afternoon, I think, for you.
Dobre utro.
Good afternoon, everyone. Moscow.
Muy contento de poder saludarte.
It's great to be able to greet you. What's the weather like in Moscow?
The weather is fine.
Me alegro mucho.
Great. Can you let us know about the current situation of the offices in Moscow?
Yes, of course. Let me show you fireworks. This is our reception. Here are our guests. This is our conference.
maravillosas oficinas que también tuvimos
Great offices. I also had the opportunity to inaugurate them and to open them. Vladimir, so if you allow us, we will now connect live with other offices of Questra World. Thank you for your attention and greetings to you and to all our team in those wonderful offices. So we will now move on to our colleagues in Dubai. Dubai, Ayaz and Naimar, good morning. Can you please tell us about the current situation there at the offices? Dubai. We have a small technical difficulty. Let's see if we can recover our connection with Dubai.
Vamos a intentar solucionar algún problema que tenemos con la conexión.
Let's try to solve this problem with the connection. We will shortly connect with Dubai. As soon as the production team, the technicians, manage to establish this connection, ladies and gentlemen, clients, partners, we will shortly be in contact with our offices in Dubai. We will go back to Dubai in a few minutes. Meanwhile, we will greet our offices in Ho Chi Minh City. Good afternoon, Tolan Phyong.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mr. First my name is Lana.
¿Qué tal, con tu permiso? Me gustaría interesarme por los primeros días.
I'm very happy to show you our work and office right now, okay? Here we have a computer room. Next one, we have a meeting room. And here we have a room polygraph. This room is always closed for security reasons.
Sí, entiendo inglés.
This is our reception table.
Hi.
Here we have a welcome area. This area our client very love because the sofa is so comfortable and the picture is so beautiful.
Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias por.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for being live with
Our
us.
manager. Here is the room of lawyers. The next one, we have the room of barrister, Miss Dow.
Muy bien, pues muchas gracias.
Thank you very much.
This week we plan to complete the setup of the work.
Muchas gracias, insisto, por tu...
Thank you very much for your explanations.
Our lawyers are ready to assist
live presentations
in solving any question through office, visits, and online. We understand that our patients have been waiting for so long, and now we are happy to welcome them in our office.
Muchas gracias, insisto.
Thank you very much. We will now end the connection with Vietnam. We would like to connect to Kazakhstan. It is also an office that we have there, but now they are telling me that we can connect to Dubai. Dubai, good morning. From Madrid, good morning, Dubai. Good afternoon for you.
Hello, Mr. Semanuel and dear partners. Greetings from Dubai office. My name is Ayaz Neymar. I am Development Director of Questra World in Dubai office. First month of work in Dubai office was very productive. We have fully implemented our work plan for this period. And now I would like to share good news with all of you, especially to you, Mr. Manuel. As we promised, we increased our staff in Dubai office. Now we can invite more clients to our office. It means every day 6 directors we can have for training. Since opening of office, more than 70 directors already received training and bonuses from many different countries such as Germany, United Kingdom, Kazakhstan, Russia, and so on. Now I would like to show you my office.
Yes, please.
This is this is my office here. We do presentation and sign contract with our clients. As you know, we have double working flow. For that reason, we have one more specialist who will do presentation and signing with clients. Let me show you his captain. His name is Rodrigo Castilla. Here we do presentations.
Hi.
And signing contract. No. Now let me show you our reception.
Yes, please.
This is our reception area. Our reception is in front of our main door. And in front of reception, you can see here sofas, this is waiting zone.
Beautiful view.
In front of this waiting zone, we have a meeting room. In the meeting room, our managers check preparation of our clients. After that, I would like to show you our open space where our specialists, our managers work.
Yes, please.
This is our open space. Here you can see our managers are working. And in front of this open space, we have security department. Right now, we are not able to go inside because the client is already there. We have very professional team in our office who is ready to work with our clients, ready to help our clients with all their questions. In the end, I would like to say to our directors, our door is always open for you. We are looking forward to see you in our office. And now I will hand over this live streaming to Mr. José Manuel.
Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias también a nuestra oficina con la que hemos podido finalmente establecer una conexión.
Thank you very much. We managed to establish a connection with Dubai. And going back to what I was saying before in my speech, in my presentation, we also have a representative office in the city of Astana in Kazakhstan. But due to the time difference in Kazakhstan, they've finished their working day, so we don't really have the opportunity to establish a connection with them. But we will do this next time, for sure. I would also like to continue with my presentation. And I would like to give you some explanations and suggestions with regard to the latest live connections from our offices and Agam's headquarters. Many of you, I'm sure, have not visited our offices yet. I would like you to have the opportunity to do this. This would be highly satisfying for all of us. Allow me to continue with this round of information by opening all these representative offices. We are entering more and more countries, more and more markets with more agents, more directors, and more clients. As you know, we have started to conquer the Asian market in 2017 and, of course, other markets and countries. This is a strategic plan that we are following, and for this reason, we have organized our leadership events in Vietnam and also in Hong Kong. With the opening of these offices, you will have the opportunity to follow in detail the road to follow in our company and all the future events. Dear ladies and gentlemen, from July onwards, we will restructure the activities in the new markets, and we will fully concentrate on Asia. Our leadership that was organized in Hong Kong, where we gathered from all the customers from 4 different countries, that we have many clients from these new countries, and what is most important is that we have high-level directors with whom we have already opened the consulting centers and offices that are waiting for our support. Therefore, as you can see, our Department of Development and myself personally have decided to open new Questra World offices in the Asian market, in China, South Korea, in Singapore, and in India. For partners who come from other countries where Questra World is present, we are also mentioning, for example, Nigeria and South Africa, I want to say that we will be there very soon with all of you, and we will have the opportunity to open our representative office in Nigeria. So let's have a look at the agenda, the calendar of openings for the next few months. Unfortunately, due to our tight schedule and all the openings taking place, we've had to slightly postpone the official opening of the Geneva office. It will finally take place on the 27th of July. The leadership event is organized at executive level, and we need to manage our time properly to be able to organize it. So this office was going to start its activities on the 20th of July. We've just had to postpone this slightly. Of course, we will open this office, and I will repeat the date once again, on the 27th of July. Our new representative office in Switzerland, in Geneva. I would also like to announce more dates. China, for example, 4th of August, Malaysia, 15th of August, Singapore, 29th of August, India, 11th of September, Nigeria, 14th of September, South Korea, 4 October, and finishing in South Africa on the 12th of October. Dear partners, these dates will maybe change slightly because there are always certain aspects that are beyond our control that affect these events, these dates. These are rough dates, but we normally fulfill our promises, so we will do our best to follow this calendar of openings. In addition, apart from the opening of these new representative offices around the world, we will also hold certain leadership educational events in different countries. It is the 5th round of leaderships in new markets. I'm going to give you the dates of these next leadership events. 22nd and 23rd of July, Malaysia. 29th and 30th of July in China. 5 and 6 of August in South Korea. 12th and 13th of August in South Africa. 19th and 20th of August in Vietnam. 26th and 27th of August in Singapore. 2nd and 3rd of September, we will be in Hungary. 9th and 10th of September, we will happily be in the Czech Republic. 16th and 17th of September, in our dear Estonia. 23rd and 24th of September in the Netherlands, and 30th of September and 1st October, we will be in Romania. As you can see, it is a tight agenda of leadership events. In many countries, these courses will allow you to develop your career and your structures. So this is the reason for which we will personally be present at all these leadership events. It is also very important to highlight the importance of attending these leadership events. Once again, it is essential for the growth of your structures and personal and professional development in our company to attend these leadership events. Sorry for that. We had a slight problem with the sound. I would also like to address our dear partners, agents, managers, friends from Kazakhstan. As you know, we were going to organize an event on the 22nd and 23rd of July, but right now, an important event is going to take place in Astana, the Expo 2017 Astana, that will be organized from the 10th of June until the 10th of September. As we had forecasted, we will organize a leadership event in Astana to be able to guarantee the good organization of this event, as you always have. For this reason, we are going to have to postpone the date of this leadership event. As you can probably imagine, this event is our priority. So please allow me to convey our apologies for all the inconveniences that we are creating with this postponement. During our last online conference, the president of AGAM, Mr. Vieira Robalo, presented you a unique offer that you have been waiting for and requested in the framework of our new program of interest-free lending. And we are very happy to be able to announce this. Interest-free loans for the purchase of your own private houses for all the Questra World directors from the level 8 onwards who have reached a bonus of 150,000 QPs. The uniqueness of this offer is that the director only needs 25%. He needs to pay only 25% of the apartment or house, and the rest, 75% of the cost, will be managed by a loan through AGAM for a period of up to 10 years. The cost will be a loan issued from 500,000 to 3 million euros. This program has been received with a lot of satisfaction from our directors. We have already received 3 applications for this new product offered by AGAM. This program, the first meeting, let me remind you, of the meeting of the Management Commission of AGAM and the first approvals of these loans will take place on the 1st of August 2017. So very soon. Finally, I would like to remind you something that is fascinating for all of us. It is our promotion trip. As you know, we will all do this, take this beautiful trip through the Caribbean thanks to Questra World. For those partners, I would like to repeat once again the main terms of this trip. Dear partners, during the next 3 months, and following the personal qualifications of the minimum sales volume of AGAM products, assets for an amount of 100,000 euros, that is the same that selling VIP portfolio personally, or the amount of other portfolio sales, will be able to attend free of charge the next promotion international conference of Questra World that will be held from the 21st until the 28th of October 2017 on board the world's largest liner, Harmony of the Seas, the biggest, most luxurious liner in the world. To be able to attend this journey, the Caribbean Sea trip with Questra World, we will hand out 1,000 tickets, 1,000 seats. Dear partners, we have already booked 229 seats, and our partners are already getting ready for this journey. So hurry up and join us on this new promotion of Questra World with the Harmony of the Seas liner. Finally, I would like to thank you for your attention. I would like to acknowledge your collaboration. Thank you for your efforts, for your work, and for the creation of the future of Questra World. It is also the personal and professional future of all of you. For this reason, I would like to thank you, and I will give now the floor to our dear President from AGAM, Mr. Vieira Robalo, that I will give the floor to. Thank you very much.
Muy buenos días, Antonino. ¿Qué tal? Un placer, como siempre. En este caso, te dejo en la mejor compañía, en la compañía de todos y cada uno de los agentes y directores.
In this case, you are in the company of all the directors of Questra.
Bom dia, caros clientes.
Good morning, dear customers and partners of Atlantic Global Asset Management. As you know, my name is Antonino Vieira Robalo, and I am the president of Atlantic Global Asset Management. I am pleased to welcome all of you today and to get in touch with you through this new online conference in Madrid. We have not seen each other for 3 weeks, and during all this time, we have done a great deal of work in the scope of the AGAM activity in new countries. The company has been expanding significantly. We are also expanding or strengthening our positions in these markets where we are already present and in which we've been operating for quite some time. At the moment, we continue to work in the scope of the countries and in the registration of companies in the European Union and the CIS countries, also obtaining financial licenses in order to expand our scope of activities even further and start working on opening new official representations of Atlantic Global Asset Management in each country. Of course, however, the work is not going as fast as we expected. This is because, as I said before, obtaining the licenses requires some time. But let us be a bit more patient. This is how we will come to a completely new level of work. Dear customers, today's conference will be dedicated to our development. This is a development of Atlantic Global Asset Management during the second semester of 2017. You have asked me to tell you about the work and the results of the work of the Atlantic Bank opening and the situation with FinTech. So I'm going to tell you about the overall situation of FinTech and how our company has been progressing since our last conference held in Dubai. I also believe that it is very important information that we need to tell all of you because our open attitude makes possible for us to build closer relationships between AGAM and its customers. Currently, we are focusing on Atlantic Bank and FinTech. This is what we've been doing so far. And now, during the second half of 2017, we will be fully dedicated to Atlantic Bank and FinTech because we believe that this is our company's future for the next 5 years, and we must be ready for the new changes, both in our company and also in the world as a whole. As for the bank, we are going through a long process of obtaining and approving the license for financial activities, which will take between 6 and 12 months. For the new customers, let me tell you that it would be good for you to watch a live broadcast of the conference from Dubai, which took place in March. In that conference, we gave the detailed presentations in which we told about the main goal of Atlantic Bank and its capitalization. The next 5-year development plan was also presented at that conference with detailed specifications and all the calculations, all the plans. This is very useful information which you should all know. So please do study this information. As for FinTech, this direction is now a priority for our company. Over the past 6 months, in addition to the expansion of AGAM in Europe, Asia, and Africa, we have managed to attract to our company a U.S. team of FinTech specialists. And during these 6 months, we have significantly expanded the company's capital thanks to this new direction. So what is FinTech? When people talk about FinTech, they usually mean new emerging businesses that arise at the intersection between the traditional financial instruments, like, for example, banking and innovation areas, like mobile technologies, digital identification, etc. In simple words, FinTech are financial technologies that are related to the provision of financial services in the IT area. This is new information and communication technologies. And this is appearing more and more rapidly in new startups and companies. You need to pay attention to the financial market and see where a lot of money is being injected right now. I'm not talking about Elon Musk or the ground business innovation as electric vehicles and Mars exploration. No, I'm talking about something different. I'm talking about information technologies in finance, payments, lending, insurance, etc. All this is now becoming apparent. Currently, for example, the investment funds of the entire world are looking for IT technologies and injecting billions of dollars into the new IT technologies of fintech. And according to the estimation of the global financial experts, this will replace the conventional banks and their services in the traditional form in the next 5 to 7 years. Banks, as we know them now, are already coming to their end. Here on the slide, you can see a recent study of a prominent venture capital fund that very simply shows how this trend cannot be ignored, even if we're not directly dealing with fintech. Please have a look at the dynamics of growth of the investment injection of the various global companies such as Google, Apple, Amazon, or Facebook, and how they are developing fintech industries. The graph shows that the annual amount of investments in this industry has almost doubled. So in 2010, it amounted to more or less $459 million. In 2012, it reached the amount of 1.6 billion. In 2014, it was 4.2 billion. And in 2016, it reached the amount of $8.9 billion. Based on the information received from Crunchbase, an online database of companies, people, and investors, last year, FinTech, this startup, received the major investments in 2016. And by the end of 2017, it is forecast that the general volume of investments in the companies that deal with the development and the implementation of innovative projects for the financial sector will be over $16 billion. Currently, fintech is developing in 8 different directions. Firstly, payments and transfers. Second, financing and lending. Thirdly, cryptocurrency, blockchain. Blockchain is a chain that is built on the basis of certain rules, block rules for transactions. I will tell you about all this a little bit later. Then fourth, insurance and risk management. Fifth, financing and immovable property. Sixth, personal finances. Seventh, financial management. And eighth, equities, markets, and data. All these areas are huge, and it is impossible to work on all of them at the same time. Our strategy, therefore, is to develop the 2 main areas, firstly, and these generally includes payments and transfers. The second area or direction would be cryptocurrency and blockchain. And once these 2 directions have been tapped, we will be in a position to proceed. Let's now talk about the current situation in the area of payments and transfers, funds transfers. There are currently 3 facilities, fund transfer facilities that people use mainly for payments. People, companies, and shops. These 3 structures are the following. Firstly, banks and banks transfers, of course. Secondly, there are payment systems like PayPal. And then thirdly, there is a new direction of transfers and payment systems of cryptocurrency named blockchain. If you take any shop or any company in which settlements are carried out, you will see that this is how they do it. For example, pay attention to our Atlantic Global Asset Management Fund, because we, as any other companies, the same as clients and companies, freely use all three facilities of money transfer. You can also carry out money transfers with us directly through the bank, or you can use payment systems such as Perfect Money, Advance Cash, and OK Pay. And you may also use the cryptocurrency such as Bitcoin or Ethereum. Let's now compare and let's see in detail why is it that the future is for fintech and payment methods such as cryptocurrency through the blockchain system. I'm going to ask you to take a look at the way your payments are now made. You can do it by means of all forms through the bank and payment systems. When carrying out general payment transactions, it is clear that there are two components. There is, on the one hand, the starting purchase or transaction, and then there is the authorization, as well as the processing and clearing or verification stage. The banks and their infrastructure are all used for funds flows. If we analyze the whole scheme, we will see that there are dozens of processes involved that require time and have many disadvantages. A normal person does normally not seem to feel or perceive all these complex processes. The payment of the purchase seems to happen quickly. But let's have a look at some of the disadvantages and problems. The payment systems cannot carry out payments in the shop without connection to the bank, for example. And therefore, the problems of banks are problems of payment systems. You know that, all of you know that whatever payment system, be it Advance Cash or OK Pay, cannot exist without a Visa or MasterCard card. Any payment system involves Visa or MasterCard, and therefore your money is actually going through these channels. And so the first problem is one that is related to international payments. The international payment system depends on the policy of the banks on both sides. And this system is associated with multiple currency conversions. This is why you cannot freely send money to your relatives in other countries or continents. Secondly, there is the issue of the regulation in the payment area. Banks work with strict regulations which increase the cost of your transfers. Thirdly, there is a lower speed of payments. Banks work with obsolete and slow systems like the automated clearinghouse system. Fourthly, there is the issue of the complexity of payments when using different systems. Sometimes you cannot make a payment when banks and payment systems are different. Try to pay in an American online store by means of the Russian payment system. Fifth, there is the issue of mobile transfers. The new mobile transfers, they use the old banking methods of work, which complicate the system of interaction. Sixth, the use of a credit card without the internet or without an ATM. Banks cannot validate or verify your credit card without the required connection. And seventh, the use of the cryptocurrency and the blockchain systems. Banks are limited in the use of cryptocurrency because it limits the speed and confidentiality of transfers. The old system of bank payment is not really adapted to the new technologies. And let's now look at the uniqueness of the cryptocurrency, for example, Bitcoin and Ethereum. In this case, everything works just through the system, through the blockchain system. Blockchain is a chain of transaction blocks that is public, distributed, and protected such that it forms the Bitcoin network. All confirmed transactions are included in the chain of blocks. Thus, the Bitcoin or Ethereum wallets can calculate the available balance and new transactions can be quickly confirmed or for being consumable Bitcoins owned by the beneficiary. In simple words, there are only three components of the whole chain. It is you who send the money, it is a blockchain system that makes the connection, and it is the beneficiary or recipient, who can be anywhere in the world. Let me explain the simplicity with a conventional standard example. Many of you know that the company has a VIP and special investors portfolio in the amount of 500,000 euros up to 5 million euros. There are also many customers who already have these portfolios. Many of you, especially beginners, who were interested in the issue of how the purchase of such portfolios as VIP and special happens in the company, if any bank or payment system will never in your life allow you to transparently transfer 5 million euros from your personal account and consequently transfer the profit back to your account. In fact, everything is very simple. All these transfers, simple transfers, are carried out through the Bitcoin and Ethereum cryptocurrency in the blockchain system. Look at this chart, which describes the operation of Bitcoin and the procedure of work between the customer and a GAM. As you can see on this chart, if the customer needs to buy a VIP and special portfolios at the cost of 500,000 to 5 million euros, he or she just does it directly through the cryptocurrency, bypassing banks and payment systems. The same thing happens with the withdrawal of their income. If the customer needs the other currency or needs to transfer cryptocurrency to his bank account or the payment system account, he or she can freely interact using his Bitcoin or Ethereum wallet, cooperating with all the systems such as banks, payment systems, and cryptocurrency exchange services, about which we will talk a little bit later. In this case, the advantages are the fact that using cryptocurrency itself is unique. Let's look at these advantages. Any non-cash system is controlled by the bank. That is why all the AML and KYC requirements, your funds legacy, are deemed to be fulfilled. Your funds transfers are confidential and not controlled by the state. It is much more difficult to forge the cryptocurrency. There is no need for physical security for protecting the cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency can be easily transferred across borders to any country in the world. Thanks to the low rates of transactions, it is the preferred method for most people who want to use cryptocurrencies. Systems based on cryptocurrency do not depend on the political situation of any country. The perspective and the fact that the use of cryptocurrency is gaining popularity around the world demonstrates the rapid growth of capitalization of one of the most popular cryptocurrency systems in the world. This is Ethereum. Have a look at this growth and the amount of money which is in circulation. We're talking about thousands of millions of dollars, billions of dollars. In 2015, it was $532 million. In 2016, it was $2.4 billion. In 2017, $24.8 billion. This was the best year for Ethereum. But currently, 2017 has not finished yet, and however, we are already seeing an amazing leap forward. Let's now look at the capitalization of the most popular cryptocurrency in the world, Bitcoin. Billions of dollars. This is why the budgets of several countries taken together would be accounted for. 2010, $1 million. 2011, $52 million. 2013, $7.44 billion. 2013, $7.44 billion. 2014, $11.7 billion. 2015, $19.8 billion. 2016, $36.2 billion. And this year, 2017, already $42 billion. I invite you to make your own conclusions, my friends. The prospects are obvious. Let's now look at the chart of growth of the Bitcoin cryptocurrency for 2017, especially between March and July. March, $1,227. April, $1,234. May, $2,434. June, $2,868. The forecast for the specialist forecast for June is of $2,932. Dear partners, at our conference in Dubai, we talked about the prospects of cryptocurrency and the expectations of its huge growth and development. We provided figures, graphs, and research. All of you who heard us used our advice and have made good money like us in this new market. Yes, it is true. Everyone made money. We told them that since the early 2017, we have been actively participating as well as earning money and increasing our profit on fintech, including cryptocurrency. To date, our share of funds from the general capitalization of Bitcoin and Ethereum is 1.8%. In monetary terms, this is equivalent to the amount of $1,200,000. And this is without taking into account other less known cryptocurrencies, startups, and other investment entities. We are now coming towards the third wave of innovations, and in the near future, we will be able to observe not only the massive growth of blockchain solutions and services, but also the integration of this technology into the bank business processes. This will facilitate a wide range of already available universal blockchain platforms of giants like Microsoft, which will allow quickly deploying a ready network infrastructure for various tasks and needs of the bank companies and institutions. The pace of development of innovative solutions based on the blockchain technology will contribute to the transformation not only of the industry of financial services, but also the emergence of new products and services and changes in the delivery of products and services. Our goal, the goal of Atlantic Global Asset Management by the end of 2020 is to increase our total capital of funds in fintech to the amount of $5 billion. Thereby taking a high position, high degree of relevance of our company in this new market. The increase in popularity of cryptocurrency and its further development are absolutely indisputable. The growth rates of Bitcoin and Ethereum over the past 5 years make it clear to us that cryptocurrency has just started to develop. The gradual growth of blockchain and cryptocurrency is superseding the standard world banking system. However, today, our experts say or speak only about the possibilities of growth of such currency as Bitcoin, in this case from $2,500 to $5,000 by the end of 2017, but they do not mention the other cryptocurrencies. So what are our current actions? What are we going to do, and what do we recommend to our dear customers? Currently, the market is governed by 3 main stock exchanges, such as BTC China, Poloniex, and BTC Trade. While the Chinese stock exchange is far ahead in terms of volume. However, there are about 200 stock exchanges and Bitcoin exchange systems in the market that allow investors and traders to feel more confident with the differentiation of investment and trade opportunities. This is why our company will now focus on the operation and the use of cryptocurrency. It is reliable, operating conditions are stable, and there are no difficulties in the partnership, such as, for instance, with payment systems that change their cooperation conditions when they are profitable. For example, you can take the ADB cash payment system that, due to the changes in the EU legislation, has reduced the funds top-up and withdrawal limits for the customers from all CIS countries significantly, and it introduced an additional fee for the use of their cards. Since the creation of Bitcoin or Ethereum during 7 years, there has been nothing like this in these cryptocurrencies. That is why, dear partners, we want you to follow the new technologies and this new direction of the cryptocurrency. By the end of the third quarter of 2017, approximately by October, we expect an increase in user capabilities for free Bitcoin exchange. Many applications will be released, the software will be simplified, and it will become available to an even larger number of users that will also affect the growth of the cryptocurrency prices. Already, each of you can use cryptocurrency as well as payment systems. In other words, each one of you, even today, can create your cards in special services and use them freely to pay for purchases, services, and assets with Bitcoin or Ethereum, just as you use bank cards or ADB cash card. At the moment, there are many services which allow the replacing of payment services and their cards with plastic cards that pay with cryptocurrency. I would like to give you an example and recommend 6 services to you through which you can now create your own plastic card, even today, and freely pay for your purchases and services through it and by means of your profit with Agam by the use of Bitcoin or Ethereum wallet. So there are 6 services for creating plastic cards that can pay for all your purchases and services by means of Bitcoin or Ethereum cryptocurrency. Chapo, BitPay, BitWala, Spectral Coin, Satoshi Tango, Shift Payment. It should be noted that a plastic card is not connected directly to the Bitcoin address, but to the Bitcoin account or wallet in the service which was issued by the card. This allows for the making of transactions almost instantly. It also allows for a reduction of the time of cryptocurrency conversion into the fiat money. Fiat money is the currency which is declared as a legal method of payment by state governments. When you connect with the Bitcoin account and also the account with fiat money, you can freely change a Bitcoin by dollars, euros, or rubles at the favorable rate by topping up the card account with them. So you will not need to spend any time for withdrawing cash or for the third-party payment system. Your anonymity is also important, and there are a number of services that will allow you to order and use cards without confirming your identity by means of document scans and other tedious or time-consuming procedures.
Nós recomendamos que você utilize Bitcoin ou Ethereum.
We recommend you to switch to this method of work because that will provide you with simple and speedy access to your money that you will be in a position to use in cases of urgency. Dear customers, it is very important for us that you are aware of all the events and that you know that we're always open for you, ready to share with you all the unique opportunities offered by the financial market. FinTech represents the technology of the future, and we recommend you to start studying them even now and use such available products as Bitcoin or Ethereum.
Estou feliz em compartilhar com vocês esta informação.
I am really pleased to share this valuable information with you today. I was very glad to see you all again at our conference today. Next time we will meet will be the 25th of July, and I will prepare new information for you by then. Thank you very much, dear customers, for having come, and I hope to see you soon.
Buenos días, señoras y señores. Jueves, día 15 de junio, nos encontramos en Dubái, inaugurando nuestra primera oficina en esta ciudad.
For me, it's a great honor to be a director of Questra World office in Dubai. Here, we gathered the best specialists in the field of marketing and management. and we are ready to work with our clients and provide them all information about our company Questra World.
Cumpliendo nuestras promesas, desarrollándonos y seguimos creciendo por y para ustedes. Muchas gracias por su atención. Muy buenos días. Hasta pronto. Muy buenos días a todos. Hoy es un día importante. Nos encontramos en la inauguración de nuestra primera oficina de soporte legal aquí en Vietnam, la ciudad de Ho Chi Minh.
Tôi rất vinh dự để trở thành người đứng đầu của công ty Questra World tại đất nước này. Với nhiều năm kinh nghiệm và đội ngũ chuyên nghiệp bao gồm các chuyên gia tốt nhất từ khắp Việt Nam, trong thời gian tới sẽ trở thành những nhà lãnh đạo trên thị trường châu Á.
Hello, chào mừng đến văn phòng Questra World Việt Nam. Bạn có câu hỏi gì cho chúng tôi không?
Khai trương văn phòng đại diện tại Việt Nam là một bước rất quan trọng. Chúng tôi đã thực hiện trong 3 tháng và hôm nay là một ngày thật tuyệt vời cho tất cả các đối tác của chúng tôi.
Que decir, más allá de felicitar a toda la comunidad vietnamita, a todos los agentes y directores y, por supuesto, clientes de Questra World aquí en Vietnam y en toda la parte asiática.
For us, it's a very big honor to become a part of big family like the Questra World.
Cảm ơn bạn đã gọi đến đây. Hẹn gặp lại bạn ở văn phòng theo lịch hẹn.
Y hasta muy pronto, que nos veremos en la nueva apertura de la oficina de Ginebra y Singapur. Gracias, buenos días.
Leadership from Questra World in London. I'd like to invite you to give ourselves a round of applause, if not a stormy ovation. Yes!
Veo mucha gente elegante, gente, señoras y señores muy bien ataviados. Thank you very much for to be here. It's a pleasure for me. Today we have people from different countries. Let me tell you, you are more than welcome.
Up speaking in front of people. I couldn't have dreamt of doing this 10, 12 years ago. The imaginary bars, these walls around them that don't exist. I can't do this and I can't do that. Is there anybody in this hall, in this room, with an I can attitude? Have we got an I can attitude? Oh, there's a few of you. There's a few of you. Come on.
It's amazing. It's mind-blowing.
The training we had was absolutely fantastic. It's going to help us in a very long way.
We're really blessed to be here, and I'm very, very happy where I am right now, and I think the future is bright for all of us.